Where will we all work in the future? If 2020 is anything to go by, one might assume that we'll all be working from home for the foreseeable future. This is a possibility, and we'll consider what working from home might look like in the second lecture for this week. But in this lecture, we'll consider what the office or workspace will look like, assuming we do eventually go back to work. There is a close relationship between the design of a workspace and the experience of work. Workspaces can be well designed, resulting in greater job satisfaction and increased performance and productivity, but workspaces can also be poorly designed, resulting in low organizational commitment and reduced output. The physical geography of the office or factory or wherever one works therefore plays an important role in shaping work and employment. For this reason, future employers should be sensitive to environmental psychology and the link between the built environment and the individual. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. What do you mean by environmental psychology? Environmental psychology is a sub-branch of psychology that looks at the relationship between the physical environment and the situated individual. It's not just a one-way relationship from environment to the individual because, of course, the individual also shapes the environment. This line of research is similar to what's commonly referred to as the field of human factors. The key idea here is that human behavior is, at least in part, a function of the physical surroundings, either natural surroundings or constructed surroundings, in which people find themselves. When one's physical surroundings are safe and secure, the situated individual tends to be more physically and mentally healthy. In contrast, when the physical environment is harsh or oppressive, the individual will struggle to reach optimal performance. The built environment is therefore crucial to human flourishing. Supportive environments bring out the best in people. By the same token, a supportive workplace can bring out the best in employees. Okay, but what does a supportive workplace look like? Well, there's no universal definition of what a supportive workplace looks like. This is because different people and groups have different needs. But supportive workplaces are generally inclusive in that they do not marginalize certain individuals or groups. Workspaces in which everyone feels a part of the team tend to be higher performing than more socially fragmented environments, generally speaking. Supportive workspaces or workplaces are safe. By safe, I mean both physically and psychologically. A physically safe workspace is one that pays close attention to ergonomic design. Are the chairs suitable? Is the desk setup conducive to good musculoskeletal health? A psychologically safe workspace is one that is free from bullying, harassment, victimization, and various forms of incivility. Supportive workplaces also afford a good mixture of private and collaborative features, such as individual spaces and group spaces. Supportive workplaces also should provide the opportunity to rest and relax, but not at the expense of individual productivity. Are there any other physical features of a good workplace? Yes, indeed. There's increasing evidence suggesting that workplaces should enable physical movement. This goes beyond having ergonomically designed furniture and equipment. A key problem, especially with modern office work, is that employees are too sedentary for extended periods of time. A sedentary workday can have any number of negative health outcomes, such as diabetes or heart disease. Therefore, employers are coming to realize that the workplace must provide an outlet for some cardiovascular exercise. This doesn't mean that all workplaces have to have a gym. The simplest solution to this problem is just to encourage or at least enable employees to take brisk walks throughout the workday. If possible, the walk should involve connection with nature, for example, through a park or a nearby trail. Some organizations are replacing chairs in meeting rooms with treadmills so that employees can walk and talk at the same time. The standing desk is another simple environmental solution that can have long-lasting positive benefits for employees and organizations. Can you give me an example of a well-designed workspace? Sure. Let's imagine what the office building of the future might look like for a moment. Think of a workplace that encourages cycling to work by providing ample space to lock up your bike and to shower. Instead of having vending machines that sell sugary drinks and junk food, imagine a work kitchen stocked with complimentary fruit and veg for snacking. If you're feeling hungry, grab a banana. The office should be equipped with quiet spaces for individual work, but also meeting rooms that facilitate teamwork and engagement. An on-site gym can provide employees with an outlet for working out should they choose, a proven way to de-stress. Employees are encouraging each other each day to take a brisk walk, either in designated spaces within the building or in the immediate environment. Fresh air is also important, so you should be able to open the windows. Feeling stressed, angry, sad, or distraught? Maybe you could take an on-site yoga or a meditation class, or even sit down to talk with a counselor or a coach. Alternatively, you could go sit in the chill room and relax a bit. How does that sound? That sounds pretty good, but what if people spend too much time relaxing and not enough time working? Well, yes, that is a risk. Employers can certainly benefit from a built environment that enables employee health and well-being, but these should not come at the expense of accountability and or performance. Personally, I don't see this as a huge risk though. The reason I don't see it as a huge risk is that employers have multiple tools at their disposal for ensuring individual and team accountability. Output at both the individual and team levels can easily be tracked. Behavior can be observed. When I say behavior, I mean both physical behaviors as well as online behaviors. Movement throughout the building can be followed. If an employee spends all day in a relaxation room, the employer will know about it. The idea is to combine the principles of environmental psychology with the principles of performance management such that the employee is simultaneously happy and productive. That's the sweet spot. And not coincidentally, happy employees also tend to be more productive employees. But doesn't managerial control and surveillance negatively affect performance and well-being? Yes, it absolutely can. That's why the workplace of the future has to provide a supportive environment, but also to ensure accountability. Unfortunately, these two factors can be negatively related. In addition, excessive surveillance and control on the part of management can cancel out any benefits from an otherwise supportive environment. Management control is an interesting question. Management cannot have their cake and eat it, as they say. You can't pretend to care about employees' health and well-being and at the same time design the workplace like a panopticon. English philosopher Jeremy Bentham came up with the design of the panopticon as the perfect prison in which every prisoner can be watched at any time without knowing whether or not he was being watched. As an employer, you can have all the chill out rooms and treadmills and free fruit that you want, but if your workplace is still designed like a panopticon, the employees are going to respond negatively, in much the same way that a prisoner might respond negatively. What do you mean by a panopticon? Okay, let me give you an example. You may have noticed a trend in newer office buildings away from fully private offices and towards more open plan spaces. Here's the problem with the private office from the employer's point of view. What is the employee really doing in there? Is he working? How do I know? What if she's in there playing games on her phone? What if he's reading a book or having sex? As long as the door is closed, I, as a manager, don't have the ability to easily catch him or her in the act. In an open plan office, management can easily see every single employee. The only private space in which to hide is the toilet. Employees won't be able to play games on their phones or text their partner. Even where private offices are maintained, you'll notice that increasingly one wall of the office is made entirely of glass. And I should point out that that's in fact the case with my own office. This enables drop-in surveillance on the part of management and creates a constant feeling that you, as an employee, are potentially being watched, even if you're not being watched. So, how can we strike the right balance between employee surveillance and employee well-being? Well, that's why management get paid the big bucks, right? If you're an employer and you're in charge of designing the workplace of the future, you need to make sure that this is the kind of space that good employees will want to work at. If your surveillance and control is too blatant and extreme, then it's quite simple. Good people will leave. If it's too loose, then bad people will stay and take advantage of you by not delivering the necessary output. Those aren't the kinds of employees you want in your organization. You want employees that you can trust to deliver the required output and who trust you to deliver a suitable environment that meets their needs. This is why good management is so hard in practice. If you can figure out how to design a physical workspace that maximizes job satisfaction and productivity simultaneously, then I'd say you could probably make some pretty good money from that design. This is Professor Andrew R. Timming signing out.